As heavy rains and floods devastate several nations around the world, the last 2 weeks have been quite challenging. From Storm Daniel wrecking Libya to Typhoon sinking Hong Kong, the world saw. 10 countries and territories were hit by severe flooding, and this all happened in a matter of 12 days. September started with a typhoon that devastated Hong Kong. Elsewhere in Libya, catastrophic flooding has killed thousands and left many thousand missing. Then there was Storm Daniel, which lashed vast areas of the Mediterranean region. It was the result of a very strong low pressure phenomenon which converted it into a much more powerful storm. The storm brought heavy rain and flooding across the region. The storm that formed on September 5th had a devastating impact on Greece. It unleashed an extraordinary amount of rain, surpassing the country's annual rainfall. The streets were transformed into dangerous rivers, submerging entire villages. This necessitated the rescue of families from their flooded homes by emergency workers on inflatable boats, as you can see. At least 15 people lost their lives due to the storm. The Greek Prime Minister described it as one of the most powerful storms to ever hit Europe. The floods occurring in the wake of the devastating wildfires in the country are believed to be influenced by climate change. The Greek Environment Minister pointed out that the warmest summer on record and the exceptionally warm sea contributed to this unique meteorological event. Now let's shift focus to the North African region, looking right here at Libya, which has been the worst affected by Storm Daniel. As the storm moved towards the nation, it gained strength from the sea's unusually warm temperature, and as it hit Libya's coastal town of Derna, Storm poured torrential rain in the region. The heavy rainfall had devastating consequences. It led to the collapse of 2 dams and released a massive 7-meter wave. The waves surged towards Derna, causing extensive destruction to neighbors and sweeping into the ocean. According to the World Health Organization, over 3,900 people were killed and about 9,000 are missing due to flooding across the coastal town of Derna, which experienced the impact of 2 powerful typhoons, Saola and Haikui, which struck the region within a short span of time. These storms caused significant damage in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and part of southern China, including Shenzhen. By Typhoon Saola resulted in the closure of schools and businesses in Hong Kong for 2 days. The real devastation occurred when city was hit by a sudden storm a week later. Flash flooding submerged metro stations and trapped people on roads. Hong Kong authorities reported that this storm brought the highest hourly rainfall recorded since 1884. Now, it's been quite a challenging time in the American continent due to heavy rains and floods. Let's talk about South America next. In Brazil, the state of Rio Grande do Sul faced a devastating natural disaster with over 30 deaths reported. The amount of rainfall the state received in just 1 week was equivalent to an average rainfall expected for the entire month of September. Now, in the United States, the Burning Man Festival made headlines after a heavy rainstorm hit the area. Attendees were stranded in the Nevada desert and had to conserve their food and water. The rainfall experienced during that time was about twice the average for September. And in Massachusetts, flooding has caused significant damage to homes, businesses, and infrastructure, including bridges, dams, and railways. The rainfall in Massachusetts and New Hampshire has been way above normal, with volumes exceeding 300% of the average in the past 2 weeks. Scientists warn that these types of extreme weather events affecting countries all over the world may become increasingly common as the climate crisis accelerates. The huge toll of the floods also highlights the urgent need for governments to prepare for this new reality. Storm Lee made landfall in a far western part of Canada's Nova Scotia province on Saturday, flooding roads, drowning trees, and leaving thousands of residents powerless. It also brought strong winds and torrential rains to parts of coastal. Maine and Atlantic Canada. Now, a post-tropical cyclone packing hurricane-force winds, Lee is expected to weaken steadily during the next couple of days. As the storm churned over the Atlantic, fierce waves lashed Canadian coasts. They flooded coastal roads in the Nova Scotia province and inundated boats along the harbour in St. Margaret's Bay, fanning anxiety in a region still reeling from severe flooding this summer. The province's largest airport, Halifax Stanfield International, cancelled all flights. The storm caused power outages, even several hundred miles from its centre. Over 120,000 people were without power in Nova Scotia on Saturday. In the United States, a tropical storm warning was in effect for a 370-kilometer stretch from Portsmouth in New Hampshire to the eastern end of Maine. At least one storm-related fatality was recorded in Maine. A motorist died after a tree fell on his vehicle. In Massachusetts, the storm skirted waterlogged areas that experienced severe flash flooding days earlier. Residents ventured to Coast Guard Beach to watch the heavy surf and waves.
Well, you know, when I pulled in, I'm at this beach every day with my big, beautiful dog, and when I pulled in and saw all these cars, it was shocking. And then when I got out and saw the surf, it's just incredible. I mean, we've been seeing these swells all week, so we knew something was coming, but never seen anything like this.
Right, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm gonna start by saying, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Kalam La Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kokodash, and also double honor to the apostles and elder bishops and elders, great millstone, and shalom, Yakima de pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kokodash. I'm back again with this lesson, going into this climate change. You see, taking place. All right, it's happening. Every day is a new thing. All right, and it's beautiful, man, because we told you people, okay, that we're gonna have climate change lockdowns. When we say that, it sounds like conspiracy theory, but hey, take as you want to take it. As you can see, this is like almost like another pandemic, but this year is to do with what? It's to do with climate change. All right, and hold up, let me see.
From the air.
Let me see.
From the.
I'll try to find that video just playing. See if it shows up right here. Okay. My phone is moving slow because of our internet. It's like a low battery, so here we go. This is here over in Queensland, all right? And the brother that I do videos with over here, he knows. I've been saying this, man, on how in Bible is like, hey, man, the pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua that these prideful Edomites of Australia, they get hit by these disasters too, and I believe, man, this year, okay, this summer we're coming into, we're gonna get Australia's gonna get hit by some plagues, man, fire, tsunami, you call it, earthquakes, whatever, man, but I know, and once they get hit big, that's when the government of here is gonna make that decision, quick decision, lockdowns quicker like that, man. Because you have to remember this, right? When you go back in 2020, okay, when the C-19 came in, 2-3 cases. You brothers that remember, we go into a lockdown. Some states will go into a lockdown. 3 cases, while while you hear like 1,000 cases in America, different countries, in the world. And they wouldn't go into lockdown, but over here it was 3 cases. Boom, snap lockdowns. So imagine, okay, once ISO starts releasing these fires, whatever these devils capable of doing. Imagine how Australia's gonna react to it. Australia, New Zealand, those countries, remember that, man. Just remember how things were over here. Because right now I believe there's I'm pretty sure there's like there's a UN meetings about to take place over there in New York, and people are asking for it, man. Okay, people are asking for it. Let me see if I can find the video. Just bear with me for a minute. See if I can find the video. But you know what? I'm gonna play this video while I look for
From
it.
the air, from the ground, and fighting fire with fire, authorities battle to control a blaze that's taken hold in the Glasshouse Mountains National Park. Those evacuated yesterday thought they were in the clear.
I heard a siren and I thought that was slightly odd, and looked in the rear vision and saw that it was the fire is coming in. It just made me feel a bit scared.
But this afternoon, crews raced to protect homes as the blaze broke containment lines. Police are treating it as suspicious. More than a dozen fires are burning across the state, from New Mapoon on Cape York to the Scenic Rim. Emerald cattle producer Maury Iddles was allowed back to his home last night after flames took hold in a forestry lease.
We've had 3 or 4 fires in the last month. It's pretty scary.
The threat came within a kilometre of his home.
There's that much fuel, that's what's so worrying.
Campers have been told to leave the nearby Blackdown Tableland National Park as a bushfire tears through. Further north, water bombers joined the effort to tame a blaze at Gelago, south of Townsville.
These grass fires move fast, so we were able to get crews on the ground and try and get it contained as quick as possible. It is still burning in inaccessible area.
We're seeing heat and fire dangers build across inland Queensland over the next few days.
We expect it to be a very active fire season, and it's already started.
Temperatures are predicted to reach the mid-30s on Thursday, 10 degrees above average. That's when the fire danger is expected to peak. Jemima Burt, ABC News.
Okay, you hear that? Let's do these. Suck you.
Residents have frantically packed their cars as a raging bushfire in Townsville crept closer to homes.
It's one of dozens of fires burning across the state, and tonight, a new warning: we're in for a hot, dry summer.
With flames on the hills and smoke filling the air, it was time to get moving.
Pack the cars and drive. Go to the nearest family and hope for the best.
Fresh warnings for a fire outside Townsville. Residents told, prepare to leave. This only the beginning of Queensland's bushfire season.
We know that we've got difficult conditions coming up later in the week, particularly Thursday.
Right now, there are more than 30 fires burning throughout the state, ahead of the worst conditions of the week. Forecast high temperatures to now bring high fire danger to the southeast, extreme in the west.
A lot of these fires we're seeing at the moment are wind-driven fires.
An early test for the state's shrinking force of volunteer firefighters. In 2019, there were 36,000 rural fire brigade members, now 10,000 less. A product of tighter entry requirements and a training program not suited to the job.
We are now going into a fire season with that failure writ large and with a lack of brigade members.
Of course, we'd love more volunteers.
An already difficult task made harder by the fact some fires are caused by malice or stupidity. Police are investigating if Hoons are to blame for this Beerwah blaze. It's believed burnouts sent sparks into tinder dry grass. One vehicle was left behind with a busted wheel.
Well, obviously, it's a concern as to how these fires started. We are following a number of leads as to possible causes of the start of the fires.
That reckless behaviour continues to cause dramas here in Beerwah. The fire is still burning and water bombers have been called in all day to try to douse the flames and contain the blaze. Aerial and ground crews kept busy trying to keep the fire under control.
The fire is contained within the boundaries that we did put in place yesterday. However, we still have pockets of fire within there. With the conditions, yes, it will prove challenging.
Knowing these blazes are just the start of a long week. In some good news, most of those fires right around the state are tonight contained, including the one here at Beerwah, thanks to the ongoing efforts of crews, many of whom are coming in for a spell tonight and will remain here to keep an eye on any spot fires. But to give you a sense of how quickly things can change, we saw another separate fire at Udlo, not far from here, that started to impact on a train line. That shut down services for some time while crews got on top of those flames. And just to our east here at Aura, the housing development, another line of fire heading towards homes. Again, it was crews, this time from the air, that got on top of that and saved the day. Likely so many crews around the state are going to be pretty busy this week.
They will be. Joel Dry bringing us up to date there. Now to Tony Auden, and it promises to be a long fire season ahead.
Okay, so you see it. And this all this right here is just for the, like everybody's been saying, the 15 million city, and I believe so, man. Okay, I believe so. Okay, this is what's going on. This devil is destroying the earth, man. Let's go. Start here. Let me get this preset right here. This is gonna be a quick lesson. All right, let's go to the book of it's the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 5. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places. All right, and fire shall be often sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and monstrous women shall bring forth monsters. And this is going into, as you see, there's the fires everywhere, man. Okay, fires everywhere. And like, hey, El Nino declares bushfire rage across Queensland. So, let's look out what the word El Nino means. It's like, yeah. El Nino, it means little boy in Spanish. That's what it means, right? I guess. Okay. Right. Okay. Wow. So, so what we see, this is, there's confusion worldwide right now with these different plagues, tsunami, the so-called climate change, and people just confused as fuck. People waking up in the morning, or you gotta leave, you gotta pack your things and leave because there's some coming, there's a fire coming, there's this and coming, That's confusion, man. It says here, and the fire should be often sent out again, and this is what you see: fire on top of fire, man. Okay, plagues on top of plagues, and the wild beasts should change their places, and animals with this fire or all these events taking places, animals are gonna start changing their habits, their habitations, like because their habitation is being destroyed, and the monstrous women shall bring forth monsters, and it's going into how these women be bring defiled babies being born, even if these kids are being born or they look normal, they're already fucked in the head because the jobs, they are given to these kids, the jobs are given to the mother, the food eating, it's just all fucked up, man. This place gotta go. Okay. Let's go here to the book of Isaiah. chapter 57, verse 1, it says, "There is no peace, saith the Lord, to the wicked." Okay, there's no peace to the wicked, man. All right. So that's why you see Yahweh Shemshai is bring forth what these plagues upon earth. All right. Romans chapter 3, verse 16, destruction and misery are their ways. And that's what's going to be your ways, man, because you're wicked as hell, man. You people are wicked. You people are prideful. And that's why the Most High is visiting the earth. None of you can see it. And he's using Esau. The sword of the Most High is being used right now, man. And the way of peace have they not known. There won't be no way of peace for you people, man. All right. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, this know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. So we coming to danger time, man. Dangerous times. Right here in your face. Okay. Now this is the book of Sirach, chapter 30. Sirach chapter 39, verse 27. It's like 28. They be spirits that are crave for vengeance, which in their fury lay on so strokes. In the time of destruction, they pure their foes and appease the wrath of them that made him. Okay, fire, you see, and hail, right? And famine and death, all these were crave for vengeance, man. You see, so what we're seeing right now, this is nothing but vengeance. This is nothing but the anger of the Most High towards unbelievers out there, man. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. And the sword itself, like I said, is Esau. And it's punishing the wicked of our people, man. This is the times we're living in, man. Okay? Let me see. Let me get this right here. Just bear with me. It's like you're just trying to get this preset right here. Here we go. This is the book of Isaiah 28, verse 1. I'll start from verse 1. Woe to the crown of the proud, to the drunkards of Ephraim, goes into the north tribe, whose glorious beauty is fading flower, which are on the head of the valleys of them that overcome with wine. Going to northern tribe. Also, I remember Pastor Arama did a video going to Isaiah 28, and it was going into how, the northern tribe, especially Ephraim, they love to drink, man. Ooh, but this here is also going into the philosophy that they're into, man. Okay, philosophy is likened unto, a liquor or wine. When you read that in NLT, it says here, whatsoever awaits the proud city of Samaria, the glorious crown of the drunkards of Israel. It sits at the head of fertile valley, but it is glorious beauty will fare like a flower. It is the pride of it's like it is the pride of people brought down by wine. Okay, behold, the Lord have a mighty and strong one, which is as a tempest of hail, and a strong storm, as a flooding of mighty waters, overflowing shall cast down to the earth of the hands. So the Most High is, the Most High is doing that right now. He's visiting the northern tribe, the southern tribe. They're all being visited, and to whatever they're being scattered, man. But also these heathens as well. All right. Okay. It's not just gonna be our people going through it. You other nations as well. You know, Mossad is going, you know, pay a visit. All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6. It reads, "Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh Hashem of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." And we just you know, the videos you seen, I was playing, you seen all that. All these things has been reported again. I just read it here in the book of Isaiah 29 and 6. Okay. This is the book of Amos, chapter 4, verse 12. Therefore thus will I do unto thee, O Israel, and because I will do this unto thee, prepare to me thy power, O Israel. You know, so you Jake, man, you know, you Israelites, okay, you should be getting ready, man, okay, and being faithful, okay, and so I can have that faith towards Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because Yahweh Shem Yahshua is about to visit you, you know, so prepare to meet him, man, you know, and the Most High is not gonna, you know, it's not gonna let you people get away with you know, with the things, it's like with the things that you have done, man. You know, if you have not repented, that's on you. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 22. It says, "Fear ye know me, said the Lord Yahweh. Will you not tremble at my presence?" Right? Aren't you? "Which have placed the sand of the bound of the sea by perpetual decree." And see, the Most High, when you look at how the ocean is, how, you know, the you know, the nature of the ocean, the sand, the water. Hey, the water, you know, sometime will come and stop. It won't go nowhere. That's the Most High. The Most High made it to be like that, right? Okay. So imagine when the Most High, if the Most High say, "Hey, enough is enough," you know, let me rise up this water and flood all you motherfuckers out. You know, shit. Who will be able to stop that? Nobody, man. You know, see, right now the Most High is using Esau to do it, but the Most High could use Esau to really cause some shit, man. Okay. It says that it cannot pass it, and though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roll, yet can they not pass over it. Let me read this in NLT. Have you no respect for me? Why don't you tremble in my presence? I, Yahweh, defines the ocean's sand shoreline as an everlasting boundary that the waters cannot cross. The waves might toss and roll, but they never pass the boundaries I set. You see that? That's the power you gotta feel that power, man. Okay? You have to, you master fear that power, man. You know, because the Most High rolling it, if the Most High wanted to do something, and none of you people really could, you know, handle it, man. Okay? And nobody could deliver you. Okay? 2nd Ezra chapter 15 in verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I bring plagues upon the world, and the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness I have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hateful works I fulfilled. And this is what's going on right now, man. Okay, plagues after plagues, man, and it don't stop. Okay? So with that, man, you know, hopefully this was edified to you brothers out there and sisters out there. Shalom. And also remember, this plagues we're seeing right now, this here is to do with bloody climate, you know, the 50-minute city. Okay, that's what this here, you know, that's what East is pushing for. And also for the, you know, the great reset through this fucking climate change, man. Alright, so shalom.